Hello children and welcome to Biplop World, where we bring you the best stories from around the world. So starting off from today, I'm going to be reading one interesting story for you every week, and these aren't just stories which I have written, but stories from the best authors and the best books from all over. Now today I'm going to be reading a story from Disney, something which used to be my daughter's favorite, and I hope you enjoy it also. It's from this book, which has about 70 stories from across the world. The first one is about a very, very lovable bear. So shall we begin? Now the title of this story is Tigger Finds a Family. And as you can probably see from the Tigger, I think is a little tiger, but I'm not too sure. So let's read on and find out more. Now normally Tigger would sing, "The most wonderful thing about Tiggers is I'm the only one. The only Tigger in the world." Today, however, being the only one was making him feel very lonely and not wonderful. You remember the times when you are alone and you feel lonely? That's exactly how Tigger was feeling on this particular day. Roo, who was his friend, saw how sad Tigger was and he tried to comfort him. He said, maybe there are other Tiggers out there too, because Roo's mother Kanga was there. So why shouldn't Tigger also have a family? Can you imagine it? He asked Roo. There'd be more Tiggers than you, and you could shake a stick at and we'd all be bouncing. Tigger and Roo wandered all through the woods, calling out, "Hello, Tigger family." They were trying to find Tigger's family, right? But they didn't know their names. So they said, "Hello, Tigger family," and hoping that somebody would reply. But they had no luck. There was absolutely no response that Tigger got. So they decided that they should be smart and they should write a letter. So they put letters for all the Tiggers in the world, and they put these letters in the mailbox. You remember? See those red little post boxes which are there in every locality? So the same way they wrote a letter and they put these letters in these red little post boxes, hoping that some Tigger somewhere would get the letter. But it was many days and there was absolutely no response. There was no answer for the letters which they sent. And Tigger said, "Why am I kidding myself? I might as well face it. There aren't any other Tiggers." See, poor fellow was so sad because he was the only lonely Tigger left in the world. But all his friends gathered together the next day because they hated to see how their dear friend Tigger was so upset. Finally, Owl had an idea. "Young Roo," he said, "if you suggest that a letter will bring cheer to our friend Tigger, then we shall by all means write one." And Roo asked him, "What do you mean?" He said, "Simple. You just said that a letter might make Tigger feel happy because there's nobody answering the letters he sent. Maybe if his family answered those letters, he'd feel happy." And suddenly Roo understood what Owl was saying. Because what actually Owl was suggesting to him is that they would pretend to be Tigger's family. So everyone wrote one letter giving some piece of advice or some news to Tigger. "Dress warmly," wrote Kanga, Roo's mom. "Eat well," added Winnie the Pooh. "Stay safe and sound and keep smiling," wrote Piglet and Eeyore. Finally, Roo closed the letter with saying, "We are always there for you." Isn't that such a wonderful thing when your friends say they are always there for you? Doesn't it make you feel happy and loved and safe? And that's exactly what they were trying to do with Tigger over here. So next morning, when Tigger received the letter, he was as happy as could be. Aren't you excited when a very dear friend or someone that you love a lot, or maybe a brother or a sister who lives in another city, they write a letter to you, or even better, they come to visit you? Don't you feel all happy and excited? That's exactly how Tigger felt. And he said, "Wow, my family loves me so much. I am sure they are going to all come and visit me very soon." Suddenly his friends were all very nervous. Because of course Tigger had no family. His friends had pretended to be his family to make him happy, and they had sent him those letters. And they all started wondering, what should we do now? Tigger expects his family to come and visit him. And then they had another idea. They all dressed up like Tiggers and they showed up at Tigger's house. But Tigger was a smart little tiger, because he wasn't fooled even for one instant. He immediately realized that all these Tiggers are actually his friends wearing a costume. And you know what that did? That made him feel even more lonely, because suddenly the truth about the letters was out. He realized that those letters were not sent by his family, but by his friends themselves to make him feel happy. So a very, very lonely Tigger went off into the woods by himself and climbed up into a tall tree. There he read his letter over and over again, thinking, but I thought you were always there for me. And he was so sad and he was so lonely that while he was thinking, the letter slipped from his hand and flew away with the wind. A little while later, Tigger heard someone calling out his name. He looked down in surprise, and at first he thought that his Tigger family had arrived. But then he saw it was just his old friends, and they were all of them. So there was Owl, there was Kanga, there was Roo, there was Winnie the Pooh, there was Rabbit, there was Piglet, and there was Eyesore. Tigger was so focused on seeing and looking for Tiggers that he didn't realize that all his friends who are waiting for him are his actual family. The people who stand by you when you are sad, when you are lonely, when you really need a good friend, those are the people who are your real family. And that is what Tigger did not realize. He was searching for other Tiggers, not understanding that his friends who loved him so much were his actual family. So what happened next? Well, Tigger came down from the tree and his friends all went back home. But Tigger still seemed sad, and he wished he hadn't lost his letter, because he had now begun to forget what the letter said. You remember, you read something, you keep reading it and rereading it because you like it so much, and then you start remembering the words. But if you stop reading that book or that particular letter or something which you like, slowly over a period of time you forget what was written there. And that's what was happening for Tigger. When this happens, his friends, each one of them recited the words to him, reminding him what they had written to him when they were pretending to be Tiggers. Suddenly, Tigger smiled. His whole face lit up, because he was very happy when he realized that these friends are the ones who are like his family. In fact, they are more than his family, because even when his family is not there, his friends are there for him. So very happily he said, "Wow, you mean you fellas are my family? I should have seen it all along." And he was so happy that he decided to give each member of his family a gift. So he gave an extra special gift to Roo. And you know what that gift was? You can look at the picture here. That gift was a special locket that had a picture of Tigger and all his friends. And he gave that to Roo and he said, "Roo, I'm giving this special gift to you because you are all my family." So that, children, was a story for today. And I think it was a lovely story because it taught us a very important lesson. You know what that lesson was? You've got it right. It is that you should always be very loving and helpful to your friends, because having a good friend is as good, if not better, than having a family member. So I hope you enjoyed this story, and I look forward to hearing back from you guys. You can add your comments down below after this video. If there's any special story that you'd like me to narrate to you, do let me know and I'll be happy to do so. Irrespective, I'll see you back on the same channel next week at 5 p.m. So until then, be good and have fun.